Hi everybody, TJ Mack Vintage Cards here. Today I'm profiling the 1969 Topps baseball set. This set's pretty special to me because this was the first set that I decided to do the 30 key cards with about 20 years ago. So I first started out collecting this set, and as you can tell even by the PSA flips, these are the older flips because I bought all of them many years ago. And this is one of my favorite sets. This is one that I recommend to any collector that wants to get a good vintage set. It has a lot of the stars from the 50s who are still playing amongst those that took off in the 70s. So I think it's the perfect set if you're looking to really branch out into vintage. This is a good entry point. And I don't think it's too hard to tackle. Everything's budget dependent, right? But if you even got into a lower grade on this, I think you could do pretty well with it at a reasonable price. So why don't we go ahead and get into the cards and take a closer look at the 1969 Topps set. So starting off here with Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, flashing a big smile. That's a beautiful looking card. Hatless Joe Morgan. There's the great Roberto Clemente, still known as Bob, I guess, in '69. Lou Brock, so a pretty tough card to get in the set, I recall when I was putting it together, but it's, I think, a pretty good example of one. Johnny Bench, this is a great looking card, I love it. All-Star Rookie Cup, young looking bench, looking like he's going to receive a pitch. And then Hank Aaron. And moving down, you got Pete Rose. This was the year he won his second of 3 batting titles back-to-back. He won one in '68 as well. I think he had 348 that year. Carl Yastrzemski, a couple years removed from his Triple Crown season. Bob Gibson, the year after probably the best pitching season, certainly of the modern era, that's ever been seen, in '68. There's a smiling Willie Mays. Don Sutton, early card of him. I believe that's a 4th year card, I want to say. Catfish Hunter, getting ready to lead those A's teams to many World Series in the 1970s. Also won a couple with the Yankees. Frank Robinson of the Orioles, who won 109 games that year. They were a pretty great team. They remind me of like the year of the '88 Oakland A's when they dominated the American League. Then they got upset by the Dodgers. I think this was even bigger though, the Mets coming in and beating this great Orioles team. So this was the first year of division play. You had the Minnesota Twins winning the American League West, the Orioles in the East, and then the Mets in the East in the National League, and Braves in the West. Here's Steve Carlton. Mr. October rookie before he became Mr. October. Tony Perez. There's the knuckleballer Phil Niekro. Juan Marichal. And down here you have the MVP of the American League that year, Herman Killebrew, 49 home runs, led the American League in RBIs. And fresh off a World Series title in '68, here's Al Kaline. And there's your National League MVP, 45 home runs that year, Willie McCovey. Also led the National League in RBIs. And right next to him is the Cy Young winner of 1969 for the National League, Tom Seaver, 25 wins, 7 losses, 2.21 ERA. And Gaylord Perry. And when it says yellow last name, there are some white letter variations in 1969. I don't have the white letter variations, but I do have the yellow. The whites are much rarer. There's the last card of Mickey Mantle. Did not play in 1969, so it's kind of cool. You flip it over, you can see all his stats from his career. And this was the first Mantle card I bought when I got back into collecting and started buying grading. I had a 65 tops when I was a kid. I saved my paper route money, put it on layaway, and that one was the first one I ever bought, was a 65 tops. And then I also had a 58 All-Star, which that's a good entry-level Mantle card because it's fairly easy to get. There's a lot of those printed, but the 69 was the first one I bought. I always loved it, and I was so happy to have it in my collection. So always like getting a Mickey Mantle card. Can't have a bad day doing that, right? And then this is a classic looking Rod Carew card, just a beautiful card. This is his first year he won a batting title. He won 7 batting titles in his career. I think he had 332 this year to lead the American League. Willie Stargell. And then this my wife got me for Christmas many years ago. Probably about 20 years ago or 18 years ago, somewhere in that range. Nice Nolan Ryan. This card is beautiful. So happy to have it in my collection, and it will reside there at least till I'm gone, unless my kids take it over, which is a good possibility. My kids like cards. There's a Brooks Robinson from that year, Smiling Brooks. His teammate there, Jim Palmer. And we're finishing up with a Raleigh Fingers rookie card. The Hall of Fame closer. Before the mustache that he became known for, the handlebar mustache. So with this year, I also put the whole set together. I don't really collect full sets, but here's the set here, so you can see the binder, 69 Topps Baseball. And then you open it. I'm not going to go through the whole set, but you can see there it's got the big picture of Reggie Jackson with the set. And it's got a checklist that shows all the Hall of Fame cards and rookies from that year. Just a real nice looking set. Show you the different things, and then there's just some of the cards. There's probably those who care about the grades, probably an X mint to near mint set, depending on the cards. I enjoyed putting this set together. This was a summer I was reading Ball 4. I read it when I was a lot younger, but I was reading it this summer, and it was the Seattle Pilots and Jim Bouton's book. And it was really cool reading about the season, and then I was getting the cards from that year and actually seeing some of the players, which was really cool to do. And if I don't have a card that's graded, I just put a little note in there that it's graded. Some great glasses here by Dick Hughes. But this was a fun set. There's another Pilot card, Tommy Harper. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but I just wanted to show off some of them, just so you can kind of get a flavor for what this set was back then. And again, not really a complete set collector, but this one's going to stay with my collection because this was a very special set for me when I got back into the hobby. So that's all I want to share today. Try to keep my videos relatively short so you can watch and enjoy them. But here's again the profile of the 1969 Topps set. Really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch and enjoy others' content, and everybody have a great day.